All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks so much for attending 30 minutes of awesomeness as we talk about our Broker AIQ platform, client direct mortgage, and everything that we're bringing to the loan officer. Okay, without further ado, let's jump right in. Um, Best compensation plan in the industry is what we're saying, right? So let's kind of walk through and explain why we say that. Okay, we have a 495 flat fee. Okay, now doesn't matter what type of loan you're doing. It could be a non-QM, it could be a correspondent, it could be a reverse, everything under the sun. The traditional VA Earl, FHA, everything. 495 is our flat fee per file. Okay. That includes HELOCs too. There are no company holdbacks. This is important, and this is something that a lot of people need to look into. And I'll talk about the margins the next line too. So no built-in company margins or holdbacks. This simply means that we as a company are not taking any of the credit, the yield spread premium, and tucking it away and not allowing it to hit the rate sheet. So a lot of lenders, owners out there, they have margins where they're taking a certain portion of that money, right, away from you without you even seeing it and putting it in their pocket before you even close the loan. Okay. Usually it's like a quarter, maybe 50 basis points. Some are even higher. When you're talking about holdbacks, it's usually a quarter to 50 basis points. When you're talking about corporate margins, you could get up to 100, 150, 200 basis points in retail. So we just want to be clear that you're getting the raw rates, which means you're getting the most money back to work with. And we are correspondent and brokering. So that's very important on the correspondent side. Box A, no markup on fees. So, for example, if you're doing a correspondent loan, Rocket charges $9.99 for underwriting. You could charge $9.99. We as a company are not marking anything up. Okay, so we just want you to know what I'm trying to stress here is we're not making any additional revenue off of the deals outside of the 495. Okay, all right. Payday is every Friday. And again, I think I said you can bank or broker your loans. You can go correspondent, you can go wholesale. Completely your choice. 495 the same to me. We don't care which direction you go. Whatever works best for you and the client is what we want you to do. Okay. So let's just talk about some of the attributes of client direct mortgage. We're approved in 34 states. Okay. One thing that's absolutely beautiful is that we have live phone support from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I don't care if you need a login, you're having trouble with your credit link, you need to find your credit link because a client wants to pay for their own credit report and you have no idea where it is. Whatever you need, please call us, allow us to help, and then you'll be able to take advantage of that support. We do offer contract processing and in-house processing. Okay. Company processing is $9.99, and the contract processing you'll see in a second inside the BrokerAIQ gives you a lot of options. I think we have over 100 contract processors in there right now, and I think it ranges from anywhere from $750 up to like $1,400 to use them. BrokerAIQ is our proprietary support platform, so we'll get into that as well. 120 wholesale lenders, 22 correspondent lenders, most correspondent lenders out of any of the mega broker, hybrid brokers, whatever you want to call them. Okay. We're 1099 in most states, with the exception of the ones you see listed here on the presentation on your slide. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. One thing I want you guys to go look at, because this is pretty amazing, especially for those folks that are at other companies. But if you go to joincdm.com, scroll down a little bit in the beginning there, say something about a calculator. You can get in here and use our commission calculator where you put in your closed loans, and then you can see how much you're making at your company versus how much you would make at our company. So it's a really good comparison tool. And I always like to just talk about it, throw it up there so you guys can see it and give it to other loan officers that you know too, because some of the companies are already built in there, like Edge. We have them built in. UMortgage, Nexa, eMortgage Capital, all these companies are built in already. Okay, so it's easy to get the comparison. Okay, so what we're going to do now is jump to our BrokerAIQ platform. I can kind of see questions coming down, so I'm going to just answer really quick. When is the 495 collected? What if the borrower's loan doesn't fund? No, it's collected at the end. Once we take the 495 out of the commission that you earned. So if a loan doesn't fund, then nobody gets paid. You don't get paid. We don't get paid. You don't owe anybody. So 495 is only if you close the loan. Okay, and we get in, and the commission comes in. All right. So let's just bear with me here, because I have to, at this point, what I do is kind of change screens. So I'm gonna bring in the BrokerAIQ stuff. 2 seconds. Now this is like the real cool part. I love this portion of what we're doing. I'm gonna take the whole window here. Let me see. Do I have the whole window? Let me see if I can get the whole window here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that way I can flip across things. Let me just look back at the screen. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, yep, you guys can see that. Okay, this is the BrokerAIQ platform, proprietary software, meaning that we built it. I was in IT before I got into mortgage. I have a team of engineers, designers, architects, UI guy. They all are kind of like part of this team, and we build things for mortgage, and we build them just for ourselves. This isn't like a business that's like I'm trying to go out and sell software. I'm a mortgage guy. It's all about mortgage, but I feel like I get frustrated. Being in IT, I kind of got frustrated with some of the products that were already out there. They're kind of disjointed. Everything's not together. It's just like, it becomes frustrating and hard to bring the level of service that I would like to bring to my loan officer. So we decided, hey, we're going to create a whole ecosystem, okay, on a platform. And this ecosystem is going to support the loan officer. But in order to have true support, we need all the stakeholders to be a part of the ecosystem. So we have loan officers here, account executives, contract processors, and real estate agents, because they're our source for getting business. So everybody's in this ecosystem. There's all kinds of things in here. Look at this website, come here, learn a little bit more about, because we're just touching the surface of these things in this webinar. Learn a little bit more about what we have going on, what other people are saying. But most importantly, if you do want to sign up with Client Direct Mortgage, you would come up here, you log in. We even do our onboarding and our signups, all the contracts, downloading here. You're able to sign through DocuSign in here, platform fee, all that stuff, all in here. Okay, so let's go in. Let's get to the dashboard. Okay, so I'm just going to start at the very top left-hand corner. I told you we have live support. That's the live support number right there. Okay. Now, from live support, you can come over and, again, call about anything. They're going to open up a ticket. There's 10 people there. They're waiting on you guys. They're waiting on your questions. They're going to ping you, give you answers about whatever it is. They have fast service level agreements, 15 minutes. So they get an answer for you in 15 minutes. If they can't get an answer in 15 minutes, they'll at least call you back and let you know what the timeline is on them getting the answer. You have somebody on your side. You need credentials? Don't stress out. Calling the AE, they didn't answer. I got to get it. I want to submit the file to this one, but I got an appointment to go to. Call the support line. Let us take care of calling that AE and getting the credentials for you or whatever you need. Go on to your appointment. Continue to go originate business. Okay. Let us take some of that stress off of your shoulders for the mundane task. But there's so many of them. God knows there's so many of them in our business, right? Okay. All right, got excited about the support. Moving along, the SOS line, that little logo is Rocket. So Rocket also does something that's live, and it's called SOS. SOS help, right? So it's like they have underwriters on the other end of that SOS line. So if you need questions answered about a particular scenario, or will this work, or will that work? If I do it this way, that way, boom, boom, bing, call them. our support doesn't, there are no underwriters there. They're there to support you on regular business like tasks. But if you want some subject matter knowledge and know about a file, call Rocket. That number's right there for you. This is your profile setting area. Mine looks a little bit different because I'm an admin, but you'll come in here, update your picture. On the left-hand side, there'll be like links. So all of your links, like your credit report link and all these other kind of things, you'll have, like I said, some underneath profile will be links. So every single link, your point of sale, everything is there, because so many times we're like, where's this? Where's that? And we save it in favorites, which is not as good as having it organized in one particular place. So the links are here, will be there, okay? Now, let's get into what I consider the other pillars of the system, okay? We have the AI Genie. This is the best thing since sliced bread. Every one of our account executives, let me back up. Let me go over here first. Every one of our account executives are in this platform, okay? And the majority of them, half, okay? Half have already uploaded their information, okay? So when I say their information, what I mean is they filled out their form. They filled out their pictures and stuff, like Monique here, all the contact information, her little bio, but she also went and uploaded all of the guidelines and matrices from her company into our platform. So we have every one of these guys uploading their guideline and matrices into our platform. And that's what drives the product Genie. So if you're coming in here and you're looking and you're like, hey, I want to see a list of lenders. This one says a list of lenders. List me lenders that give loans to non-QM and FHA, common lenders for this. I don't know what that one was. I don't know who was testing that, but non-QM and FHA, that's a mix. But let's just do one. I need a list of lenders that will do 12-month bank. Okay. So you come in here and you choose the category. So what we're doing there is non-QM. So you always choose the category. It's actually just bank statement. So we can go even deeper. See, bank statement. And then we select that, which will enable this button. And then we just let it rip. And it takes a it's looking through over like 10,000 guidelines. So there's a good amount that, that's going through, and it's like searching or whatnot. 10,000 pages of guidelines. Between 120 lenders, when you start to get all those guideline packages, there's a lot of information. And I gave it a really general sort of question as well. So sometimes you're going to give it like, I'll say about 30 seconds or so to go through, pull all that information down and aggregate it. Then it's going to keep your history over here in the left-hand panel. So you know that you always have that as well. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff in here. And then when your history, you can just reference. It'll already be loaded in there as you're going through. All right. Okay, so here it is. So we need a list. Many lenders offer 12-month bank statement programs for self-employed. These programs typically allow blah, blah, blah. Then it just starts to go through. You have AD, you have American Heritage, Angel Oak, Capital Land, Change, Clear Edge, EPM. And it just goes on and on telling you which lenders you're going to be able to use. And you can dive in and have much deeper questions than something as general as that. But it's going to be, it's super useful. It's saved us deals already. And it's one of the most awesome, no more source and scenario questions inside of like Facebook groups or anything like that. You just do it here. Okay, we also have the lender price built in here. So you can come in here, everybody gets an account of lender price. You hit search and bada bing, bada boom. You'll start to get pricing in here, okay? So go out, search the AI Genie for different product questions. Then you have the lender price in here to be able to search for rates. This is a tool. You got the account executive directory, so you can get them on the phone really quick. Like, hey, I'm trying to, oh God, Resi Central, I want to use them, Rocket or Mega, right? So whoever it is, then you're right back over here calling the AE if you have a question about something, right? So you got, Sandy, just give her a call, right? So that's Mega Capital. So that's how fast all of this is. It's boom, 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 right? You really a lot of good support. Training calendar. We're going to fill this thing up. This is how it looks. Every day we're going to start doing trainings, and I think we're going to start this next week. So Rocket, contract processors, Lender Price. We show you how to use Lender Price. Fireside chat with Ramon, Penny Mac, onboarding. Onboarding's every Monday, right? All kinds of classes that we're going to fill this calendar up with that you can go to. You don't need a Zoom link. You don't need to be invited. You don't need any of that stuff. It'll already be in the calendar for you to look at and attend. Okay, just log in, come to the calendar. Okay, contract processors. I told you about them. A lot of contract processors in here. Give them a call, right, and just see if you want to see if you'll work with them. Okay. Again, you can do contract processing or in-house processing, either one. Okay, let's see. Then we have some other stuff in here too. We have one more thing that's like really big, so I'm going to show you that. But really quick, let me just show you a vendor store so you can see all kinds of different vendors in here. Like if you want to sign up with FinLocker, things like that, right? Because it talks about FinLocker. Cool stuff. Some people are interested in coaches, so we've been slowly adding to different coaches in the platforms, right? Or in the industry here. So we'll be able to continue to add them. You can go in and, learn more about them, what events they have, all that good stuff. But the other big thing that I really want to show you is the community. So this is amazing. Okay. So this is like a Facebook groups, if you will, in a sense. Okay. So think of it like that. You're able to, hold on, let's see. I'm going to answer those questions in just a sec. I just saw some questions popped up, but you're able to come in here and talk with anyone, right? So Rick got into the system the other day. I'm digging this system so far. Cheers, everyone, right? So this is Rick coming in, then a comment. So it's sort of like everybody can talk, just like Facebook groups. But so that's one side. Then you have the chat. So the team is going to reach out to you. Like if you have a ticket, they're going to give you your ticket number. We're working on your ticket to gain access to the system, blah, 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 blah. They're going to respond to you within the system in this comment section, all right, in this Slack section to let you know what's going on with your ticket. So really cool stuff, guys. We're also inviting realtors in. We'll be sending out emails to the 40,000 realtors that do 12 deals or more, inviting them to use the BrokerAIQ system. And we're going to do this they're going to be able to use it for free. And the main thing is we're going to direct them to how to use the product Genie. So what we're saying is, hey, we know you're out there working with a lot of buyers. Oftentimes you have questions, you call your loan officer, but they're not available. Why not use our product Genie, our AI product Genie, to answer questions that you may have, which will be ran across 120 different lenders. So do you have a question about if a person will qualify for down payment assistance? You have a question about if a person only has a job for 1 year, can they still qualify? You have a question about this or you have a question about that? Log into the AI Genie and use it. The AI Genie is also super amazing on the cell phone. So I have it on my phone. I don't know how good this is going to show. I'm going to try it anyway. Let's just see. Oh, I can see pretty good. Oh, yeah, you can see pretty good. Okay. Yep, that's it on the phone. And watch this. So I'm inside now. Yep. So if I wanted to see account executives, let me just go to it. So same thing. So it just takes the boxes and just does them in a row instead of the other way. Anyway, super friendly. Oh, one thing that's also really cool. Oh, did I mess up the? Hold on. Let's see. One thing that's also really cool is you all get this. It's the password. Okay. You have a password management or locker inside of this system. So you can use that to house all of your passwords, all your different lenders. We have 120 lenders. How are you going to remember all the passwords? What are you going to do? Put them all in your favorites in that computer. Then they're over there in that computer. Oh, shoot, that browser, this browser. We help you get passwords and encourage you to put them all in here. Okay. So that's something else. There's all kinds of little fun features in here. I swear. Just the ultimate toolbox for this, for the LOs. Okay. So now let me jump over here. Stop sharing that. And I think you guys just have a couple questions. Let's see here. I answered the one about the 495. Is the phone number intended for industry questions only, or utilized for technology, accounting, credit issues? It's really anything. Like whatever you want. They're going to take the information, take the ticket, and then try to talk to our subject matter experts within the company to get an answer. And they know what road to go down, right? So if you're having trouble, ask the question, and then let's see if we can get you an answer, see if we can try to like help you. Now, there won't be things like, you can't, it's not an LOA, like a loan officer assistant. So you can't like ask, hey, can you go find the best pricing for me on this deal? It's not like doing the loan officer activities. It's more like, hey, I had a problem with logging in the lender price, so I could go search for the best deal, right? So that kind of stuff is how you should think about it. Yeah. So the correspondent, yeah. Okay, Eric. So on correspondent, what's going to happen is the fees are going to just like pass through to you as the loan officer. So any additional fees. So for example, if there's $9.99 on an underwriting fee, you're going to put that on the LE. So that's going to be covered. Nothing's going to be there, right? But let's say the loan was on the warehouse line for 3 days and it costs like $15 a day or something like that. So that'd be what, $45. So when they reconcile, then you're going to have, say you had a $10,000 commission. So the reconciliation would have shown $9,955, right? Then you have that the daily the warehouse line interest or whatever it was, that fee that's on there. Usually, we have a lot of investors, but I suggest use the mini correspondent, meaning that the disclosures you can do the whole correspondent loan on your own. The disclosure system is part of that lender. For example, Rocket, Kind, PennyMac, Power TPO, First Colony, they all have the disclosures done within the organization. So why that helps is because it sells the loan off the line really fast, because everything is kind of there for them already, right? They underwrote it, all their disclosures, easy peasy. So with those, I would probably say the warehouse line is not really more than like, it's under $100 to use. Yeah, pretty efficient. But again, so you're going to have that warehouse line. We're just going to take the net amount that you get, right? So for example, if you charge $9.99, but you put an admin fee of $750, then you're going to have whatever your commission is plus $750. If you put, points, you're going to have the points, the admin fee. It's your world. You own the line. Okay. So let's, do you have a marketing assistant leads program? Yeah, we have leads to be able to provide to you guys. We have a lot of options here. So what I do is what I've been doing is kind of consulting with the people that want to do leads. And what I'm going to do, I think over the next week and a half, is step this into an actual class or training on the calendar. So maybe 2 times a month. I have more capacity for more calendar trainings. So I think maybe 2 times a month, I'll talk about our lead program options. So, I mean, some people want to build a team. Some people want dialers. Some people just want to be able to have leads where they could just it's not too competitive or aggressive. Like they can't call them immediately. They don't have all the systems, and they don't have the time either, but they still want to try to get some leads. So there's I have to kind of get the profile of who you are, and then we can suggest the different lead program. But I will move this, I think, into a class, but we can meet one-on-one. I think the most meetings I'm having as far as marketing right now are people coming over that have a lead, that want to do a lead strategy. And a lot of people already have the idea of what they want to do. I have a great system. We also have Salesforce We have call tools. We have dialers connected. We have a lot of stuff already. We have everything, all right? Whatever you need. So you can come on our platform, build out your vision, and then be at $4.95 a file. So that's it. Oh, thanks, man. Awesome system, Ramon. Beautiful. Hey, I'm taking a picture of that one. I want to post you. All right. Cool. So what states are you correspondent in? All of them, all 30. The only one we're not is North Carolina. So we're correspondent in 33 states, 33 of the 34. All right, guys. So again, please go over to BrokerAIQ, BrokerAIQ.com. And if you register in there, then that's essentially telling us, hey, I'm interested in coming over as a loan officer. It's not going to trigger anything publicly, just us. And then what we would do is we go down and we look what states you're sponsored in, and then choose whether you get the 1099 contract or the W-2 contract. We saw that earlier, 1099 versus W-2. So most people are 1099. So we put that contract in there, that you review it, you decide that you want to proceed, you'll sign it right inside of the BrokerAIQ, and we'll start moving you on, pay the platform fee. Oh, that's what we didn't do. It's a whole section. We got one more part here. I'm ending everything, and we didn't talk about the one other element that I want to put in here. So let me show you guys really quick. Yeah, let me go back over here. This one. Okay, this is important. Okay. So we talked about all this stuff, the seamless onboarding. I took you through all of this stuff already, okay? Support, so we're just going to skip that, okay? Now let's just go to what you get, because you got to know what you get. Okay, so the platform fee is $149 a month, which includes Office 365, BrokerAIQ, and Salesforce, okay? So Salesforce we did build Mismo into our Salesforce. So it has 3.4, upload, download. We do all of our operations and processing through the Salesforce. It has like the majority of what we do, payroll, all that kind of stuff, is done within the Salesforce. So everybody is required to have the Salesforce. It does have a POS link, so I call it POS and LOS Lite. POS and LOS Lite. For some people, you don't do a lot of loans. No reason to go out and buy an Arrive account. Use the POS and the system that we have built in the Salesforce already. You're fine. But if you are more robust and you do more loans and you want to run AUS and all those sort of things before you have files submitted, then you'd want to go out and get Arrive too, okay? So, or whatever LOS. Doesn't have to be Arrive, but I'm just showing you guys Arrive on here. We can support whatever LOS because everything feeds back into our Salesforce. All right, so we were kind of answering questions through the process, but yeah, so that's basically it in a nutshell, guys. Let me see. Are you actively bringing on LOs right now? Absolutely. Yep. I have 3 or 4 meetings this afternoon with loan officers. My team has a couple meetings. We're bringing over a lot of people. I'll say every day somebody's coming over. Now we've been sort of like, we released this our platform got released last month, and the new comp plan got released with the platform, and it's been a very exciting 3-4 weeks. I think people in the industry are like, wow, this is the amount of value that you are bringing for the 495 plus 149. And that's what I wanted to do. The 22 correspondent lenders, the no holdbacks, all that sort of thing. I wanted to beat everybody in the market and truly bring the best tools and best platform and best support for you guys. So that's been my objective. And this isn't just like a run-of-the-mill sort of thing. We've been working on this for years. This has been in plan, process, architecture for years, right? And now we are here, ready and at market. So if you guys want to talk further, or you want to talk with me one-on-one before you actually sign up, we can do that too. Just go on to the Join CDM site. Join CDM. You probably got there because you got to this webinar through that site, joincdm.com. Same one I was talking about, calculator. And if you say, if you pick like, just fill out the form, contact form, then that will come in to me, and then I'll get you a Calendly link, and we can schedule a time to talk further if you want to talk before completely coming over. All right, guys. Well, listen, I hope everybody has a fruitful Thursday and Friday, great weekend, and I'm hoping to see some of you sponsored through Client Direct. Bye, guys. Appreciate you.